Hello.
Hi everyone.
How's it going?
Great. Where in the world are you all from? Drop some emotes and some icons I would love to know. So, welcome to Slideshow Karaoke, folks. This will be super fun. We'd love to get some of you all involved on stream as well. So, if you're interested, please feel free to drop a quick message in #mini events, and we would love to get you onto stream. So, Emily, do you want to explain what Slideshow Karaoke is?
Oh, 100%. So Slideshow Karaoke is really cool. We're going to put up a slide deck, and we essentially are going to be the puppet masters, and we will be controlling the speed and the cadence at which we are switching through the slide deck. So you might be reading something off of one screen and starting to present that, and then you might have to go to the next one. And the fun thing is that you don't really know what you're presenting. So you're going to have to think on your feet, which is really great practice, especially when you're giving a presentation. And hopefully, the topic of your presentation will be when you give it. But in case you don't, we are here to help you practice for your classroom, for your hackathon, for whatever it may be. So we're really excited. And this is one of my favorites. I did a lot of improv in college. So I remember going to my first hackathon and having to demo this in front of people.
Wow.
Really got thrown into the fire. So thank you, Ryan, for that. But if anything, I think it just means that I'm such a pro at this, and I'm ready to help you all have a go at it. So who's feeling interested in coming on stream and giving it a go?
Let us see. So Emily, you said that you're into improv. How long have you been doing improv for?
I started, so weird enough, I actually got into improv because my mom was taking classes at Upright Citizens Brigade, which is a pretty well-known theater in New York City. And I was like, wow, my mom is so cool. So I was probably in like middle school when she started doing those classes. And then I went to her show, and my friends and I started going to shows. So like when we were home on the summer, and like when we were like off from school, like on a Tuesday night, we would go into Manhattan and see improv shows. And then I started doing musical theater programs, and they would have like electives, and I was doing improv. And then I got to college, and I was like, I have this acting degree, but what if I like worked in entrepreneurship and media and like did improv on the side? And then I started doing improv and stand up in college, and just like really decided to just like
jump into it.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Like, I'll just do this. It'll be fine.
Nice. Well, I guess, Emily, I think it's only right that I test your improv skills here.
Oh,
so goodness. I'm going to hit you with a very old presentation of mine, actually.
Okay.
So here it is.
I also feel like I need to like give context. So like, I am a non-tech at MLH. Okay. So I'm gonna have to like present like old sponsors that like I don't. Okay,
exactly. That you don't even know exist.
I guess it's good that like I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Right. No. Are you ready?
No, but yes.
All right, Emily. Here it goes.
Hi everyone, and welcome to MLH. We are super excited. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Anukia from Major League Hacking. Please follow us on Twitter at MLHacks. We're going to be sharing a ton of information this weekend. And we're also on Facebook, so make sure to take a look at what we've got posted. And right now, I'm just going to tell you everything that you need to know, which you can also find at this cheat sheet, hack.mlh.io. And so basically, like, what is Major League Hacking? It's a great question. That is not me in the photo. That is actually our CEO and co-founder. But enough about him, because we are actually the official Student Hackathon League, and we actually have over 135,000 student hackers just like you raising their hand. And by being at this venue, we're actually earning points for your school. But like points, make friends, bring friends. Wow, a lot of excitement. What are we doing this weekend? What are we doing here? It's a great question. I'm like, oh, what are we doing? It's very exciting. So like, what are we doing right now? Like if we're taking a break, you should be stacking cups at our mini event that's happening in the Marshall Room at 9 p.m. But by attending, you can actually get your own 2019 season t-shirt, which is pretty snazzy, provided by Capital One. And if you want to hack on some hardware, come over to the hardware lab. Wow, this is an old presentation. Come to the hardware lab, and we have a ton of awesome things from Amazon Alexas to Fitbits to Google Assistants if you want to hack on like a Google Home Mini. I think that's Google. XPS, Qualcomm hardware. But we also have some awesome stuff from our friends at GitHub Education with a student developer pack. And you can draw an Octocad and win an Octocad. And that is a breadboard of an Octocad. I think it's called a breadboard.
Yes. Wow.
I have learned things in this job. And you can get a free domain from domain.com with 1 year free domain .com, .net, or .org domain with domain privacy. No one's going to steal that domain from you. So get a portfolio and link that baby up. Also, if you are interested in Google Cloud, you can get $100 of Google Cloud platform credits. That'll take your hack to the next level. Also, Blockstack is a partner of ours who has a sponsored prize category, and they will help elevate your hack. By stacking. Also, Snapchat has a bunch of awesome features that you can play with their Snap Kit, so you can add Snapchat features into your hack. So glad you can't see people's top friends anymore. We have so many event prizes this weekend that if you are interested in working with any of our partners' product, you will also earn a sticker, an iDemoed sticker, to show off that you were here and you participated, and we are proud of you. Good job. Earn that sticker. And in case you didn't want to sit down and have a real meal, we have a Soylent that you can consume at your own enjoyment. And you can come get that at the MLH table and you can drink your calories because it's faster and it's I'm wired on those. I have been eating awake chocolate tonight. But if you're tired and hungry and you have a sweet tooth, you can come and get some awake chocolate, and every bite of chocolate is actually a half cup of caffeine, which is probably half more than I should be consuming, but it'll help you stay up, even though sleep is very important and you should be taking care of yourself at this event. We do awake chocolate. If you are looking for a job, an internship, you should definitely check out the MLH Career Center because we have a ton of we have a lot of cool stuff happening, which is not evidentiary. It's not proof by this blank screen that we've got. But on a serious note, MLH events are a safe space and there is no abuse or harassment accepted at these events. So by being at this event, you are agreeing to the code of conduct. If you don't know what that entails and what I've said has not resonated with you yet, you can check out exactly what you're agreeing to at mlh.io/code of conduct. If you feel uncomfortable, you can email us on the last slide, which is all online. And thank you to all our partners. But yeah, if you want to email, but our partners are so great. But I'm so wired on chocolate right now. But on a serious note, if you feel uncomfortable, feel free to contact us. Google Cloud will help you elevate. You can host a lot of stuff up there. Oh my gosh, what are we doing this week? It's great. And we are the official Student Hackcon League, in case you weren't sure. We are here to empower hackers, hackers like you, and there are so many of them. And I'm Anuhia from Major League Hacking. Thank you.
What a great presentation, Emily.
Blockstack
your
hack.
So we have a chant. First of all, everyone, round of applause to Emily, who needs to hydrate. Folks, make sure you're hydrating this weekend.
Cheers. Drink water.
Give a round of applause to Emily here for killing that slideshow karaoke right there. Folks, once again, if any of you want to join us on stream, give a shot at what Emily just did. Would love to have you all join us. Drop that in #mini-events channel, and we will let you know. And yeah, so what is Blockstack, by the way, folks? Blockstack
explain that.
Is a blockchain-based technology that you can use. Not stack your cups. So if any of you know cup stacking at all, there's a chant that I love to do. If any of you ever see me run cup stacking in person, there's a chant. It's called Stack the Cup. So it's stack the cup, stack the cup. And everyone just chants and I look like a weirdo just running around losing my voice. But it's fun. So yeah, I can't wait for in-person events in the future. Anyways, I think we have Sam who is down to try it out.
Heck yeah.
Sam, we will be bringing you onto stream shortly. Sweet. Awesome. All right, Emily. More improv for you.
Oh man.
I feel like if you
Well,
want to pick out a slide for me,
I'm
happy
surprised no
to.
one said anything about my artwork. That feels like that's the only, like, every time I come on stream, they're always like, artwork. If you ever want to know, the secret is, honestly, you'll find random stuff. This was wrapping paper that I framed with an IKEA frame. This was something random that my friends printed for me. I got this in a store. And then that was a poster that I got on. Ooh, which way is my arm moving? There. Direction is hard. Oh my goodness. This was on a bulletin board and I liked it and I took it down after the event and I framed it. And that is the art on my wall because everyone was asking, obviously. Wow. I can tell that I'm like a little wired from caffeine right now because I'm really sitting here talking about my artwork at like 12 o'clock in the morning. Wow, you really are a pro at this. Clearly. I appreciate that. I needed that.
And Sam, I've sent you an invite link to join us on stream, so feel free to hop on.
Awesome.
Sweet. You are
I'm
on
excited. I'm excited. Should we start like an improv mini event? I think we should start doing some like improv workshops at hackathons. Would people attend those? If there was like a mini event that was like improv games, like if I like wrote that up, would people be interested in that? I don't know. Respond in the comments. Honestly, like I could do that. Like I could write up some yes. Okay. Yeah. Like I feel like it would help with demos, like warming up into like, you know, how to speak and like be on your feet and present things. I feel like that'd be fun. I don't know if any of you saw the world's fastest hackathon demo video that me and Ellen did. We did it in like one take, and Ellen and I both actually graduated with degrees in theater. So we were like, we'll just improvise. Like it'll be fine. If you are interested in joining, you can join. Thank you. You can join by DMing us in the mini events channel, and then we will send you a link to join.
Sweet. Sam's here.
Awesome. And Santho, if you want to join, if you send us a message, you can go up next. Awesome.
All right, bring him on stream. Here we have
welcome.
Sam. Welcome. So tell us a bit about yourself, Sam.
Yeah, hey. So hey, folks. My name is Sam Sandoval. I'm a junior studying computer science at Cal State Fullerton. Also, a proud Tuppy Hacks hackathon organizer. And I was actually gonna ask Emily about your wall because you can see my wall is also kind of decked out. So
yeah, take us on a tour of your wall.
Yeah. So my wall has a lot of wall decor and stuff because you know we've been remote forever, and I was like. I was interviewing last recruiting season for a company, and one of the managers was like, "Bro, your wall's so empty." And I'm like, "Yeah," and I never thought about it until he brought it up. So
you're like I didn't know I needed to be insecure about.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Now I have another thing to worry about it.
Yeah. Right? So funny enough, I ended up going to the company that I was interviewing at that moment. So I like decked out my wall, and then like at our first one-on-one, I was like, "Hey, do you like my wall?" And he's like, "Yep." It was like, so it was really great. And I got some of my things, like some wall decor from the store, some pictures of my friends, got some of my things like on this side, like Marvel and stuff like that. So
honestly, during like COVID, I was like, what do I do with all this time? Yeah. So I did binge all of the Marvel movies
in
like
go.
2 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
That's
like all of them.
Which one was your favorite though?
Did WandaVision. Yeah. My favorite one, I think the order that I think Thor Ragnarok had the best writing because I also know that Taika Waititi was one of the writers on that, and I'm a really big fan of his. I also like really love like Jojo Rabbit and Call of the Wilder People. So like I didn't know that he had written it or like helped with it. And then I wouldn't put this as like one of my top ones. I know we're supposed to be doing Slideshow Karaoke, but this is important, people.
Yes,
it's important. It is. Emily's ranking of Marvel movies. I thought that the writing in Ant-Man was really funny, and also anything Paul Rudd does is also really funny.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say that plot wise it was like my favorite. But it was interesting to see like a heist movie combined with it, like with like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
I would say Thor Ragnarok. I would say Endgame, right? Isn't that the last one?
Yeah, Endgame was good.
I thought Iron Man 1 was really good. I thought Iron Man 3 had a more interesting, like, kind of like evil, like the plot of Iron Man 3 was definitely better than Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
What else? Hot take, didn't love WandaVision.
Really? Yeah.
I don't love sitcoms.
Same.
So
Okay. Yeah.
Like that it was all like very like sitcom tropey. So I was like, I still need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that's such a good one. You gotta watch it. It's so good.
I'm gonna watch it, and then I need to watch Loki.
No, that one's also so good.
I'm really excited for that because also Loki is supposed to be the first gender non-binary like superhero like in the universe or something. I was reading about this. Or maybe it's that like there is a version of Loki that is non-binary. Okay. So there was like I've like read a little bit about it, clearly not enough to actually know what I'm talking about, but there was something that was like I remember reading that like it was like a very big step. Wow. I do need to see Black Widow, but now I need to like pull up a list of like the Marvel movies.
Yeah, let me just say that WandaVision is definitely like I watched all of it. Let me just say that the first 3 episodes are sitcom-y, so it doesn't feel good, but like once you get to like the 3rd or 4th, it's like you start seeing like how the Marvel like the real world
slow burn and all.
Yeah, it started too slow. I think I just like you started seeing how all these connections like made sense like a few episodes after, but even then it was like but I like how it did. But,
I did not watch Hulk.
That's a movie no one talks about. They sweep it under the rug. So
I really didn't pay attention to the first Captain America or the first Thor.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think I skipped both. I skipped the 2 Thors, but I did watch Ragnarok. I do love Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that was a great movie. The second one was fine, but it wasn't as good as the first.
For sure.
Black Panther was beautiful. I think that was actually I had seen Iron Man, because like when that came out, like I was probably like 11 or 12, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." So I saw that, but Black Panther was probably like the 3rd movie. Like I'd kind of seen a few of them, so I'd seen like Iron Man 1, I had seen Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I saw Black Panther. But when I saw Black Panther, I had just finished studying abroad in London, where I took a class on race and diversity in theater, because I was a theater major in college. And we like talked about the cultural significance of Black Panther coming out. And like the way that we talked about it in class was so awesome. So when I watched that movie, I had like such a deeper, like more profound, like appreciation for it and like the cultural significance that it had. Anyway, I digress. Doctor Strange was cool because it dealt more with like science than I think any other Marvel movie had at that point, even though it's mostly not based on science. And then
you're going down the entire list.
I'm looking at a list. I think the whole Bucky thing is weird. Anyway, we should do a slideshow. I realize everyone really is like here listening to me talk about
the Marvel movies.
Maybe I should do maybe next time I should do a mini event that's just like Marvel a non like sci-fi person takes you down the realm of like Marvel movies. Yeah.
Yes. You'll get a lot of interest for that.
Streams for MLH. I could totally run that. Okay.
Wait, that's the thing.
I feel like it definitely is. I feel like JP has definitely like done a stream where he just talks about like his favorite anime.
That's wild.
I could see that. Yeah.
So Sam, one last question. Which Marvel movie is your favorite?
Ooh, I'm like a lot of people who watched like this is a common answer I get is Avengers Endgame. And I think what made it special for me was like leading up to it, like I watched like all the movies except like the Hulk, but like I watched all of them, so I kind of like put the puzzle pieces together, as well as I watched it in IMAX, so like I got like one of the higher quality for it, and like the full I got the full experience, like when if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna spoil it, but like when Captain America's like when that big moment like in the fight scene,
somehow no one had ruined like the
Endgame
big,
for you?
yeah, no one had ruined
Really?
Endgame.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So like,
Wow.
I don't want to deprive anyone of that.
All right. All right.
It was
Well, let's
so
just
epic.
yeah. Well, that moment in the fight scene, I'll just keep it generic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the theater was just like screaming. Like it was literally like it was awesome. I was like, yo, yeah. That's my favorite.
But
All
yeah, all right, Sam, are you
right.
ready? I think we had
Sure.
enough. There's never really enough Marvel talk. I think we can keep going. For
There's
a while.
never, yeah, but yeah, for sure. I'm ready. Yeah.
But, all right, Sam, here we go. So this right here is your presentation. I pulled a very old presentation out from my drive. So whenever you're ready, on your marks, get set, and
go. Yeah. So, hi, folks. Welcome to my presentation. I'll be presenting to you on Hack UMBC, and yeah, we'll be talking more about this. So, but before that, we have a special treat for you at this event. Oh, now we're back. Oh, so yeah, let's look back and reflect. Meet those winners. We have the Teed Row Price Company, or team, was sponsored by has some sort of Ram, Go Rams or something. I don't know. And then the actual winner is one of them is Office Hour Bot. Yeah, that's a pretty good project. Good job, team.
tell us a bit about Office Hour.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So so this project, this team made a Discord bot to help service the Office Hours bot for a certain professor at their university, and it was a pretty interesting one because because the problem they were solving was a lot of students were having trouble doing they had trouble getting office hours virtually, so that helped it. But yeah, so for General Dynamics Systems is another sponsor or event, I guess. So yeah, and then another project is winners is Bubble Space. This is a baseball game with a couple people, and you're like talking to each other with the bubbles. And here you can see two guys here, or two players playing with that. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting project. And then another sponsor we have here is ClearEdge, People Technology Integrity, a company that makes environmental friendly technology and solves those type of problems. So yeah. Another winner is the election tracker. So this team decided to make a custom election tracker to track the U.S. election from 2016, and you can see it start from the beginning of the election all the way to the end. See how the states are flipping and so on. So yeah, it's a pretty dynamical project. Another sponsor we have also is Capital One. They do finance stuff. You can look them up. Great sponsor. They were really supportive of the event, and we're thankful to have them at our hackathon with that. So. And another winner is XPen. They made a pretty friendly way to track your expenses with budgeting. And then another sponsor we have is CipherTech Solutions. They make tech solutions for companies. And then another winner is ForTracker. So they tracked stuff with forensics with blockchain and stuff like that. It's pretty high tech. That these people are definitely building the future. I guess we also had Among Us sponsor us as well as with hosting games and special features with us. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see them here. Their game in stuff. And then yeah, I guess these are the people who won the Among Us sponsored game with the points. So good job. Good job, you three. And yeah, we wanted to say thank you to all of our sponsors who sponsored the event. Without you, we couldn't have done this. And now to the track winners. We have different tracks, and we wanted to give those winners their prizes. So let's see with that. Or I think that wraps it up. Oh, you're muted. Oh, I think that's it. Oh, you're muted again. And maybe that wraps the presentation.
Tell us what each track is.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So we have a couple tracks. We have healthcare, we have education, we have the arts, and I guess we have skateboarding. So, skateboard travel. So yeah, those are like the 4 big tracks. And yeah, so the first one for the I guess for the creative one, we have or the creative skateboarder one. We have like a beginner one, which is like a creator water to solve the water problem, as well as advanced with the expense tracking, so that you don't waste money. And then for this one even says education, yeah, which is one of the ones I mentioned. We have a Zoom Google extension, and online education portal called Satari. And then for healthcare, we have some COVID thing, COVID Q, and then Medic gives you like a AI Medic. And then for hobbies, I was close. Hobbies, you have Dinner for Four Strangers and Art Together, two interesting projects, both beginner and advanced. And then for equity, I was close. We have She Coders and Safe Space, which are two really good projects to help connect people. And yeah, and that's it, folks. See y'all in 2021. Those are some really great projects, and we really look forward to seeing you at the next iteration of our event. And I tried.
You blew that out of the park right there.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you. That was an interesting slide deck.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was trying to see how well you can guess the projects and like what their projects were about based on just their names. So it's really interesting, and to see what tracks you would guess. I love how you thought there was an entire track for just skateboarding.
Yeah, when I saw skateboard, I was like, yo, it's kind of hard, but yeah.
Honestly, I think that should be a thing. Just imagine all the skateboards that would come out of each hackathon, you know?
The hoverboard can finally come out, you know? Like people have been waiting.
Yeah, you know, one of the coolest hackathon projects I've heard about. I've never seen it in person, but I believe John, like the co-founder, John always talks about this one self-driving car that he saw at a hackathon, an entire
self-driving car.
Insane, right?
You still need a license to drive it.
That's just what? Okay, that just defeats the fun.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. So I think that is everything from you, Sam. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great time at Hackcon. Before you go, what has been a really cool thing that's happened to you at Hackcon so far?
I mean, besides this, that's definitely a cool thing. But I've had I guess another cool thing is I was just on the organizers hangouts call, and it was pretty cool. I met some pretty cool people there. We had a good discussion about some of our like hackathon stories, and I heard some pretty cool ones. So yeah, it's been cool. The Discord and all the engagement we've had with Hackcon virtually has been really great. So yeah, that's what I've really liked.
And when is your hackathon, Tuffy Hacks?
Oh yeah, so it's in the works. We're planning on hosting a hybrid event for our community in February of next year. So yeah, it's in the books. So it seems far, but we feel like we're already crunching in on it. So yeah.
Nice. And how has that journey been? Is this your first hackathon as an organizer? And
so this is my second. So I was the executive for our first iteration of this event, which was this year, and I learned a lot. And this time around, I'm bringing I mentioned like at the hackathon organizers call that I had a friend that I met through like school and hackathons, and he's helping me out with the executive stuff just because it's a bigger event, so we need more support and stuff. So yeah, it's our second one, and we're really excited. I'm really excited to keep this going and really help inspire our students to get involved with the hacker community and get involved beyond school, because yeah, that's been an issue at our community. But yeah, really excited. I'm really thankful for MLH with the Hackcon and all the different supports that they provide. Like, it's been great.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think one of the coolest things I initially learned from Hackcon is really connecting with other organizers, because many of the other organizers are looking to market other events and kind of just building a community around your own community, right? Like spreading the word to the community. And so definitely take full advantage of that. You know, if you find an organizer who is, you're going to find organizers, right?
Yeah.
What Hackcon is for, just be like, hey, this is when my hackathon is, would love to get connected with you if you're willing to share our hackathon to your community, and we're happy to share it for our community, you know. We can spread the word about your hackathon, so you'll get there. That's super exciting. But yeah, thanks, Sam.
Yep, thank you so much. Have a great night, y'all.
Thanks. Bye.
Right, take care.
Oh, that was so cool.
Awesome.
It was very nice meeting Sam. Let us see. Do we have
Santho? Do you still want to join?
Yeah. And if you do, it's just posting in hashtag mini events. Let me just double check here if anyone's posting hashtag mini events. My computer's being really slow, folks. I feel like I have Jeopardy music playing in the background right now. Ay. Okay, here we go. Oh. Yep. All right, folks, this is taking me a minute.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Santha, you said you're willing to try as well. It's super exciting. Super happy to bring you on as well if you're still interested. Yeah, Emily, do more improv.
About what? Like,
Emily, can you explain this air freshener for me?
do you want the real story?
Yeah.
I had a birth. This is not like a made up story. So I have this like weird air freshener thing. We're sitting on like my bed, like doing this. Real cut only. Okay, so last year, like the COVID rates have gone down a lot. So, and in New York City, they just said that you could have like outdoor gatherings of like 10 people. So me and my friends gathered. We gathered in Prospect Park for a little like birthday picnic. And my childhood friend Audrey, who I've known since I was actually like 2.5, who's like family I'm very close with, she shows up with this bag and she's like, my mom insisted that we get you a birthday present, and like here are a bunch of random things that we found for you at the dollar store. And so she gave me this, and like basically like it comes as like this giant, like you can just kind of like see some of it, but it's basically just like a hard perfume, like air freshener, and you just kind of like leave it open like this, and like, I mean, I guess it's working because it's like disappeared.
Yeah.
Like there's not like that much left,
yeah.
but it's there. I don't know. I'm like weird about like smells. I feel like people at this company are learning a lot about, like, they're like, I didn't know you existed, and now I know like your take on Marvel movies, and like, but I'm gonna get into it about I'm not gonna talk about my art, but you do know that already. But when it comes to like scents, like candles and like stuff like that, I really like the scents that you're like, that shouldn't be like the name of a smell. Like this is called After the Rain. Like yes, I guess there's like a smell for like after the rain. But like I love ones that are like, ooh, like waterfall or like moonlight. Like they're like I don't know what that smells like. And like I don't think anyone knows what that smells like. But I like those smells more. I don't know. I just like
Sorry about
killing it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the smells of it.
there you go. So you remember that it's after the rain.
Perfect. But yeah, I remember I also like thought that you would just like open it and close it. And then I saw on a TikTok that what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pop out the top and you like do this.
Oh, man, TikTok's super helpful.
Oh my gosh, TikTok is crazy.
Things I've learned. Emily made us amazing dinner earlier today. These bomb quesadillas, they were literally phenomenal, and she told me that they were straight up from TikTok.
No, they're from Tasty, but TikTok. I have tried like TikTok recipes.
TikTok recipes do work, folks.
They're solid. There's a reason they go viral.
Exactly. Well, folks, we have a special guest here. We have San. Hi, San.
Hi.
How's it going?
How's it going? Yeah.
Actually, I'm very new to the Hackcon community itself. So literally, it's been 2 weeks into MLH, and I'm already a big fan. So this is my first Hackcon also.
Nice. So where in the world are you talking to us from?
I'm from India.
Oh, your voice is cutting out there for some reason.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine. I think it just keeps going in and out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm from India. So, and I'm like just trying to learn about hackathons and organize a community, etc. It's been great fun, listening to everyone speak, and it's just a great experience to even listen to events.
So where in India are you from?
Tamil Nadu.
Oh, Tamil Nadu. Cool. Where in Tamil Nadu are you from, actually, if you don't mind me?
Chennai. Chennai.
Cool. That's really cool. One of the first MLH in-person APAC events was called Hack Off at VIT in Vellore Institute of Technology. which Ryan and I went to, fortunately, which was phenomenal. And that was the last event that I'm pretty sure Ryan went to before COVID hit. And
No, because he went with me to Hack GCNJ.
Okay,
for
fair.
training.
Yes. You're right. Yes. Last international event Ryan went to,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, probably right before COVID hit. Yeah. Though I think he might have. I don't know. I don't know what Ryan's been up to.
We're actually
but...
traveling. We've actually tracked all of Ryan's travels for the last. No.
Oh, okay.
That's the improv, right?
I actually believe that. I wouldn't be surprised if someone sat down and were like, "All right, let's track."
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
You're not at all a relevant topic in any of these conversations whatsoever. So, yep. All right. Anyway,
I'm gonna hide now.
Something about my last international event. Yes, Ryan. I was telling. So, San here is from Tamil Nadu, Chennai, which is very close to VIT in Vellore. And so I was telling her that our last event internationally that you and I had actually traveled to together was in Chennai. So yeah, there you go. That's the context. And we were also talking about how much you talk your events and whatnot. So yeah. But yes, anyway, and welcome to the community. I'm sure you're having a blast so far meeting folks. So what's been a really fun thing that's that you've come across at Hackcon so far?
Actually, yesterday there were a series of individual talks. Like it was from 15 minutes pace, and I just learned within this limited amount of time you can learn so much, like literally so much. Okay, and every speaker was on point, and within 1 hour I was able to learn from on various different topics. Like it went from how to be inclusive to how to actually learn from any hackathon that we need to participate. Winning is not just about actually getting prizes, which many people usually come to hackathons like, I want this prize, so I'm submitting this project. That and all happens. But then it was just an overall, great experience. And then today morning I tried to participate in the organizer thing, and I was new to Discord, so that push to talk, just threw me out.
Well, this is your opportunity to talk to us, right? So tell me about what is one of the biggest takeaways you took from one of the talks that you had listened to.
Actually, one of the thoughts was you can take away, winning is not just about hackathons is just not about winning, and that has been true to me because I'm relatively new to coding, and even participating in hackathons, I've just participated in 2 hackathons. So the first hackathon when I actually submitted my project, the project did win, but then I felt like I literally stayed up the entire 2 nights and sitting and working. But I felt like I could have done better, etc. But then all of my teammates, the cool people they were like, you learned this much. That is the point of hackathons. It's okay, it's chill. So when in the talk we actually told whenever you learn something, you build something, even the small things do matter. It does not matter whether you win or not. So at the end of the day, I actually learned something. I contributed to it, and it was overall an amazing experience, and that's why I was like, hooked onto it. Yes, I'm doing it more.
Well, hopefully next year at Hackcon you'll be giving a talk.
Hopefully.
So, are you currently organizing a hackathon?
No, actually, I'm not organizing any hackathon, but I was organizing events at the college, and I would definitely love to get into that space. I like organizing events a lot.
Yeah.
So I just want to, feel the waters, what is what, how to, in the starting itself, how to, get in touch with people, etc. So,
and does your school already have a hackathon, or is this something you would have to build from scratch?
I have to probably build from scratch.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no, that's definitely, it's a fun process for sure. I never had the pleasure of doing that. The privilege and the pleasure of doing that. My hackathon had been something that I walked into, having them done like I think 5 iterations of, or 6 iterations. And then they kind of just passed that baton on to me. So I've heard stories and legends of, back in the day, this is how we did it. You all have it easier and whatnot. So it's very exciting that you're building this foundation for the future at your school.
Usually, the first people, they'll always be in legend. They'll be like, that person started this. Day and night they work, they went, they got these many sponsors. All this has happened because of them. Like it's always getting referenced every time.
Right, definitely. So, San, I am going to share a presentation here with you, and we're gonna test how well you are with your improv skills, all right?
Okay. My first time it's doing an improv. I'm not a pro like Emily or even Sam, who did really nice. So I'm just stressing out.
I'm sure you will do wonderful. Just have fun with it and make up the funniest things you can think of by looking at these slides. All right. Let us see if I can present. Might be a slightly longer presentation, so you're going to be testing against time. So I'm going to go fast at certain places, and sometimes you're going to have to make up stories. All right. Here we go. Let's see if that will get added to stream. All right. Are you ready? Wait.
Okay. That's it. Hi all, welcome to Venue Hacks, and this is the opening ceremony, and I'm all excited for all of you to be here. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, thank you all for applying to the Venus Hacks, and I hope you had fun building all the products that you love. And let's go on to the next segment. Okay. Let's just look at the recent statistics of Venus Hacks. There were 450 plus hackers who participated in this event, and all these hackers were from 250 schools. And this hackathon had almost 180 plus hackers. So let's get into who we are. We are actually a women-centric hackathon based at UCI, and 24 hours, all the women came together, empowered each other, and built various products. And this was built in collaboration with WICS. So let's get into WICS. It's Women in Confidence and Computer Sciences. It's a community for women to encourage and empower each other. And you can join this community in order to learn more about it. And we also organize events and hackathons regularly. So in order to get to know more about the technology, so definitely do check it out. The link is provided. And we also host yearly every hackathon. So now that we have gotten to know more about the community, let's go on to the opening keynote. So the opening keynote is given by Lisa Khan, who is the co-founder and CEO of Icebreaker, and she held leadership roles at Facebook, MIT, and president at Obama's 2012 campaign. And the next opening note is from. Okay. Okay. Let's just go to the Venus Hacks event overview in order to know how the event is going on. The event is 24-hour event where students from all over the world come to develop a project in your team. You'll brainstorm it and come. And the various, in addition to the hackathon, we have planned various workshops, panels, etc. Do check out the Venus Hacks schedule to not get left out or not be overwhelmed by these things. Do join, do participate in almost all events. And we also give starter packs and organized workshops. So do take a look at the workshops and do look into the starter packs to help you build your hackathon. And the various workshops are intro to web development, APIs, GraphQL, in-person syndrome, and even the generalized hackathons workshops are also being held. And apart from these workshops, you do have socials and activities to meet up cool people. So you have cybersecurity challenge, you have ROS Paint all along, and you have Lead Code where you can do competitive programming. So do participate in all these activities to gain more friends. And in order to communicate and get to know other people or even find your own team, we have Slack channels. And you do have Zoom where you can meet up other people and have cool conferences. And the Slack channels will help you keep a tab on what is happening right now. So do join the Slack channel. And just because you participated and you're building, you get a lot of swags. So the Zoom background is a swag as well. Let me just take you into the pricing and charging process that is going to happen for this hackathon. We have various categories: the best overall hack, the best female empowerment hack, the funniest hack. Definitely do check it out. We are there for some laughs. So we do have rules regarding the submission. So all team members must be more than 18, and you must be registered in the Slack group to be eligible for a space. And all the hackathon must be done within that weekend. So you should also have a demo video which should be of 5 minutes, and multiple hackathons should not be submitted. In order to get to know more about the hackathon deadlines and submission and the various workshops, do check out the day post, register in it in order to continuously get tabs of what is happening so that you don't feel left out. And also follow all the rules in order to actually qualify for the prize. In the midweek, you will get a check-in form, and it is mandatory for each team to contribute to it. And you need to check in order to actually get your prize and swag. There'll be a detailed analysis, detailed overview of it in their post. And a big shout out to all our sponsors and partners. It's BlackBerry, UCI, Walt Disney, Way Up, Google Cloud. I thank everyone for actually, helping out organize these events, and our partners are MLH, Design at UCI, Minds, etc. You also need to remember that you need to follow MLH code of conduct in this hackathon, or else you'll be kicked out. You will be warned, and then you'll be kicked out. So do follow MLH code of conduct in order to not be, in order to actually enjoy hacking. So thanks a lot, guys. Have fun hacking, and hope you get prizes. And if not, just take away what you learned. Thank you. And these are the list of all the platforms we are hosting: the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Do check it out. Do follow. Do tell it to your friends who might be interested in joining the event. And also join us for a good panel at 11 a.m. Thank you. Have a great day.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
I think, San, you are absolutely ready
Crushing
to
it.
crush your first director's executive opening ceremony at your own hackathon. Seriously, you did an awesome job.
Yeah. Actually, this was my first try, so a bit nervous.
Well, first try and rocked it. Superstar.
Yeah, seriously, congrats on your first ever run through of your opening ceremony. I just can't wait to see your own hackathon's opening ceremony next.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I think that is a wrap, folks, possibly. So, Sam, we're going to have you hop up. We're going to boot you out of here. So, thank you so much.
Bye. Nice meeting you guys.
Bye.
Awesome, friends. Last call for anyone who would like to do a slide deck. Mr. Mustard, maybe? A Lost Lucky, maybe? Maybe if we all clap our hands and cheer loud enough, maybe Mr. Ryan Swift will grace us with an opening ceremony.
Yeah, Ryan, come on.
Let's hear it in the chats. Who's next?
Are any MLHers watching this stream at the moment?
We know you
are. So show your faces.
We know.
Unveil that.
We know. We know things. We know you're here.
We know you're there. So let's see. All right.
Maybe we need to check in the mini events channel. Obviously, that's where we'll find all the information. Now I just need to scroll through all the channels and find it. Wow, that's crazy. It's almost like I in my mind I saw a message from Mr. Ryan Swift saying, obviously, that he was going to come on it. In my mind, like I saw it there, and like did anyone else see it? I don't know. So
I think that's a wrap.
All right, I think that's a wrap. Friends, we will be going into our next session in just this is a great question.
This question you asked yourself.
Yes. We are going to be going into organizer hangouts in just 20 minutes. So basically we are going to be posting a list of questions in the mini events channel. And then you can go into the breakout rooms, and I will be in one, Anuhia will be in one, and we're going to have some awesome conversations. So go grab some water, go to the bathroom, get a snack, take a quick power nap if you need it. And then join us on Discord in just 20 minutes.
See y'all soon.
Bye. I'm gonna
With Squarespace, editing and adding pieces on my e-commerce site is quick and easy, so I can focus more on the creative part of my business.
We're here for the heavy flowers and the wedgie pickers.
Hi, friends. We are back and better than ever, which means that we took a second to take care of ourselves, which is very important. So please, if you have not already done so, take a second, go to the bathroom, get a snack, drink some water, go for a walk around the block. Just make sure you are doing what you need to do to make sure that you are at your best this weekend. The next session that we have coming up is going to be an organizer hangout, which will be led by some awesome MLHers and coaches. So obviously you should come and hang out with us. We have some great questions lined up for this conversation. So hiya. So you should definitely come and participate and hear what your fellow organizers and MLHers have to say. But that'll be happening very shortly. So stick around. Or you can join one of the discussion like voice channels in Discord, and we'll be joining you in there shortly. But other than that, you just hang out with me for a little bit until we get those sorted, and then you will get a notification in Discord. But yeah, you'll go to the voice channels in Organizer Hangouts. How is everyone doing? I want to see some reacts in the chat. Every time I say that, you don't send me reacts, and I'm feeling sad. So send Emily reacts, and she will smile. And nevertheless, she persisted. But like, send me reacts, please. I need to prove a point.
Oh.
Wow, I just got one from Ryan. I don't know if that's like a clout thing or if that was like a pity thing. It was like, oof, Emily.
It's like a thumbs up.
Emily
like
needs this win.
It's okay.
Like
Well, here you go.
I feel I've either been slighted or that's like the biggest victory of the night. I got another one. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that was a thumbs up to my the former or the latter. Oh, he said since a new asked for it. The thumbs up. So what I'm hearing is the thumbs up was for a new and not for me. That's what I'm hearing. And here I was just wanting a win, you know, like it's hard. It's not easy being green, you know. Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Honestly. I feel valued and appreciated right now. And it's like 1 a.m. and I'm like, I needed that, you know? But in all seriousness, please head on over to Discord and hop into our organizer hangouts. We're going to be chit-chatting about some fun stuff, and we're going to get to know each other, and we're going to ask you some kind of thought-provoking and fun questions. So head on over, and we will see you soon. Awesome.
Tell me that you wanna stay, baby, just don't walk away. I need you now, fade it out. All the time we spent alone, fighting through the firestorm. Don't let me down, I need you now. Cause I'm feeling worn out, it's getting to me. Lost some heart trying to get on my feet. Caught in the madness, I feel you somehow. Don't let me go, I need you right now. I wanna be next to you, you wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. I wanna be next to you, you wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. I wanna be next to Tell me that you wanna stay, baby, just don't walk away. I need you now, fade it out. All the time we spent alone, fighting through the firestorm. Don't let me down, I need you now. Cause I'm feeling worn out, it's getting to me. Lost some heart trying to get on my feet. Caught in the madness, I feel you somehow. Don't let me go, I need you right now. I wanna be next to you, you wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. I wanna be next to you, you wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. I wanna be next to you. Wanna be next to you, wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. Wanna be next to you, wanna be next to me. Holding our paper hearts, fading our broken dreams. Wanna be next to you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. We are about to get started with our next session, and I'm very excited. I hope you enjoyed the music. I picked it out especially for all of you. But we've got some awesome workshops coming up next. In fact, I believe we have 4 workshops happening at the same time. It is Emily, and it is me with my dope music. Thank you so much for noticing that. It's like... Okay, but I'm very excited. We have a lot of friends joining us, so I'm gonna say everything, and I'm gonna say it again. So if you missed it the first time, it's gonna come back around. So we have 4 workshops happening. We have drum roll, please, in the chat. I do this. Okay, here we go. In the main Twitch here, we have Abel joining me, and we're going to be having a workshop around slideshow karaoke and workshops. We are going to have another workshop happening in the red stage with Sashrika, which will be on how to make a career in tech with hackathons. On the yellow stage, we will have a workshop with Manya called So You Think You Planned the Perfect Hackathon? Think Again. And finally, but not least, we have Prakash and Richard on the blue stage, and they will be doing a dev post workshop, and that is also very exciting. So again, I'm going to go through these. I'm going to make sure that everyone knows exactly where they want to go to get to the stage that you are looking for. So if you want the main Twitch, that is here, the main stage. If you are looking for the red stage, the yellow stage, the blue stage, those are the only 3 other stages we have. There are no other colors. It's going to be hackp.ac/red. It's going to look like this, or it's going to say /yellow or /blue. I believe in you. If you've made it this far, I think that you'll be able to get to the platform you need to. But if you are having trouble, we are all over Discord, and we are here to help you. So again, I'm going to read through those really quick, and then we are going to scoot on over, and we're going to get those started. So on this platform, on this Twitch right here, we have Abel coming on to do a workshop on slideshow karaoke and workshops. In the red stage, we have Sashrika doing how to make a career in tech with hackathons. On the yellow stage, we have So You Think You Planned the Perfect Hackathon? Think Again. And on the blue stage, we have Richard and Prakash from DevPost doing an awesome workshop. If you're unfamiliar with DevPost and you want to learn a little more, that is the place to go. So with that, I am going to tip my hat off to all of you and bid you, safe travels over to the Twitch stage of your desires, and we're gonna get started. I want to clarify because I was just too excited. The name of the workshop that'll be happening on this stage is actually Increased Visibility and Traffic of Hackathon Website. Apologies, that is the topic. It is visibility. No acting lessons for now. I'm so sorry. Abel's workshop is going to be to increase visibility and traffic of hackathon websites. So if you're interested in that, stick around here. But we are going to start that off right now. So I'm actually going to bring on Abel to introduce himself and get started.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Emily.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Am I audible well and good?
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the lovely introduction, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Awesome. Perfect. I will leave you to it.
Yeah, sure. I'll just share my screen, just double checking if the screen share works. Emily, can you add my screen to the stage? Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Hi, folks. Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I have changed the title on the slideshow a little bit, which is Take Your Hackathon Website to the Moon, which is exactly what we are trying to do over here. So, once again, welcome, everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful time at the event. And I'm super excited to be taking part in the events, meeting all at the organizer hangouts and other places. So, yeah, let's get started. So, quickly introducing myself, I'm Abel, and I hope you all are safe at your homes given the pandemic. I hope you all and everyone's family is well and good. I wish everyone good health. I have organized 4 hackathons at my university. So, this experience that I would be sharing are based primarily on the past events that I have conducted along with the amazing team. It's not a single person event. So, all thanks to the amazing team that we had. I have been a mentor and judge at hosted by MLH hackathons for over a year since the pandemic has begun. So it's been a fun journey in that, and giving some validation on why these tips might come useful is that for one of the hackathons that we organized, we were able to garner nearly 100K plus website hits. So that I would say is a good enough testament that at least some of these tips and tricks do definitely work. And yeah, at some point I do love to give sessions over the weekend. So yeah, that's one of the things that I love doing. So let's get started. If you folks have any queries at any point in time, do feel free to put it in chat or ask me later on Discord, whatever works best for all of you. So let's begin. So why are we even here? See, website is your home on the digital front, and you have the most control over it as compared to social media. So given the online version of the events that we do, the importance of website has increased much more than it was initially, and you have complete control over it. You control the content over it. No one is going to regulate you, and it's fairly easy to set up a website for your event as compared to social media. You need to have a good enough social media manager, and a lot of other things need to be done to have a good enough reach on social media. And at the end of the day, social media, you are just a content creator on a other platform. It's not your platform, and whereas website is your own platform. And if you want to go famous on the digital front, you need a website, and which is why we are here to discuss why and how we can level that up. That brings us to the next question that we hear a lot, which is what is SEO actually? So let's imagine a question, which is we are asking to a search engine. Let's imagine the search engine to be an individual who is talking with us. So let's say we ask the search engine what hackathon to join. That seems easy, might be, but now imagine the search engine answering the question. How would the search engine tell your hackathon as the answer, given that it knows a lot of other hackathons happening in and around the same area or the same dates? So this is a classic example of limited real estate, wherein there is a limited amount of results that a search engine probably can show or search engine can showcase to someone. And we want to make sure that your event gets the limelight that it deserves, which is we do not want an event which is amazing to not get sufficient visibility, because we have got all events happening across the globe and we want the right audience to know about your event. So beginning off, we'll start off with the basics of it, how it all works. The most important thing is good content is most important. Okay? So what I mean by good content is that at the end of the day, search engine will rely on some metrics for your website to have good traffic. So having good content on the website, like explaining what the event is, making sure that there is sufficient text and everything, makes sure that your website's content is understandable to the search engine, and hence you get a good reach. And content not just serves the search engine, it also serves the participants and the viewers who come to the website, because if there is not enough content, your website will not serve any value, because people want to come to the website to know something. So there should be sufficient content for them to learn, to understand, and to get something out of it. Others speak or mention about your website. So let's say you are doing an event. You would know that the event is famous when others are talking about it. The same goes for a website as well. We'll understand how the second point works down the line, which is, do others speak or mention about your website? And the third and the most important is it accessible? Let's say you have got a fantastic home, but let's say the road to it is not so great, and hence your friends could not come to visit it. That's the same with the website as well. You can build an amazing and awesome website, but the question that you should ask is it accessible? Can people open it? Can people view it? Is it accessible for everyone? So these are the three primary things that we should consider while moving forward. So let's move ahead, which is might seem difficult, but we can tune it like a wizard. That's what I usually call it, that we can tune it according to our necessary requirements. So let's see what all we can do. So the first segment is something that I'm covering, which is the tech aspect of things. You do not need to be a tech expert to understand this. You just need to know such features exist, which you can relay over to your tech team, and it's fairly simple to implement. So you do not need to be a tech and savvy individual to understand or to follow along. But these are some things which is easy and fairly simple for anyone to follow along. So starting off is accessibility, as I initially mentioned in the 3 points, which is your website should be available for everyone. Do not just consider a few set of organizers that we test our website with, the technical team of the event organizing, but your website is to be visible and to be used by a large audience, because if we want a large audience, we should be accessible to a large audience. The first one that I say is host at a reliable hosting platform like Cloudflare. I give the example of Cloudflare because I'm a super fan of Cloudflare. I even have it on my wallpaper, but I'm not promoting the platform. You can use any platform. What I mean by having a reliable platform is the fact that A, it should be fast enough, and B, it should be accessible across the globe. You do not want to have it on a platform which is probably slow, sometimes crashes. So Cloudflare, Netlify, Firebase, or anything along those lines, GitHub pages, or anything that you find is best suited for your team is something that you should prefer, which is it should be fast and it should be able to deliver content quickly. We do not want your website to slow down because of the platform that you're using. If that's the case, switch to another platform. We have got tons of amazing free platforms that you can host your website on. The second point that I would say is add alt tags, which is let's say you have an image, and let's say someone is accessing your website using a screen reader or assistive reading technology. So a website as images and other content can be easily read by those assistive reading technologies if you have got alt tags. So adding alt tags to images and other media content is really important. A, it makes sure its website is accessible, and B, it adds additional content to your website which the search engine can at the end of the day index. So let's say you have an image. It's fairly easy for a search engine to know what the image is from the alt tag than to use a machine learning or AI to understand what the image is. So you are making the work easy for the search engine and as well as for the users. So definitely add alt tags to your media content and add respectful, meaningful alt tags, not just random image 1, image 2, or all those things. The third is audit your website at web.dev/measure. Web.dev/measure is a tool provided by the Chrome team, which maintains the Chrome website and which maintains the Chrome browser and all the other Chrome-based browsers that we use, like Edge. This gives you can input your website URL over there, and you can know what areas of the website is causing it to slow down, which areas are not SEO friendly, which areas are not accessible. So this helps you to understand what are the areas of improvement. This is something which you can access at the URL web.dev/measure, or else you can just right click on the browser, click on console, and there will be a lighthouse tab. Any of the two ways you can do, and this is something which I would highly recommend everyone to check out, and this would give you a complete understanding of what to improve on the website. We ourselves at our event have greatly been helped by this tool. And the fourth is make mobile first design. What we usually end up doing is that we first make a desktop design and then we make a mobile design, which is a really difficult scenario because making a mobile design from a desktop design is fairly complicated and fairly difficult. Whereas if you follow the other way around, wherein you make the mobile design first and then make the desktop design, it's easy for the design team and for the tech team as well, because expanding mobile design is fairly easier. The other reason why I say make mobile first design is because the amount of users who largely use websites are primarily shifting towards mobile-based devices over desktop-based devices. So it's possible that a large audience is accessing your website from a mobile device. Hence, it's important that you prioritize it. Hence, making a mobile first design comes really handy. And the third point that I would say about the mobile first design is a mobile first design will always be good at optimization and performance, because mobile based designs always have constraints of performance, which is why the teams make sure that we are making the website really optimized. Hence, mobile first websites at the end of the day usually end up being fast, quick, and really design friendly. Hence, I would highly encourage you to make sure the website is mobile first. Uh, some other tactics which may be useful for some of the websites, which is, let's say I run this query, which is I asked on Google search, which is when is MLH Hackcon, and we see that the result actually has a featured snippet which says actually August 14 to 15 2021. If you ask it on Google Assistant, you would actually hear this response out which says August 14 to 15. So consider your hackathon and you want something like this to happen for your hackathon, which is where some advanced search engine tactics come, which is known as the first point that is over here, which is structured data for SEO. Structured data is a technical term, it's not a random term. So you can just Google structured data for SEO. There's an entire article on the Google Search Console website on how to set that up. So we have got multiple things like you can add your event to Google listing. You can make sure that individual pages of your website come as snippets on the Google search. You can make sure that the FAQs that are there on the website that you have directly show up on the Google search. So all of these things are possible using structured data. So the first step for doing that is to connect your website to the search engine console. So what you should ideally be doing is that you should go to the search engine console, verify your domain, add your domain URL there, and then you would be able to get more insightful data on how the website traffic actually works. What are people searching on the search engine that end up showing your website? So you can actually know like how are people coming to your website. So I would highly encourage folks who are managing the website to connect your website to the search engine console. And then this is something that initially I did not understand, but down the line I understood and has greatly helped the events that we do, which is using the website as the sole source of information. For all announcements, use the website. Target all users to gather information via the website primarily, because it's possible that, let's say you post something on Instagram, you may have folks which are not on Instagram. You post something on Twitter, you may have folks which are not using Twitter. So website is something which everyone can access. So make sure that website is the primary source of information that you use for giving out to hackers, organizers, participants, sponsors, or anyone across the entire globe to whom you're targeting some information through your hackathon event. I would additionally add over here that I would highly recommend that you have your social media embedded, or social media feed, mini version of it embedded on the website of yours. Hence, it adds value and people can know real-time update from the social media website of theirs. Some handy ideas that I want to cover, starting from the first one on the left, which is, if possible, host the website on the university domain. So if you are a university-based hackathon, then I would recommend talk to university authorities, see if you can convince them that it's a university-based event. You want to host the website of the hackathon on the university domain. So I am from NIT Rourkela University, which is nitrkl.ac.in. So we can request for something from the administration or the IT department of the university for something like hack NITR, which is our hackathon, hacknitr.nitrkl.ac.in. The advantage of this is that your university is a well-established university and they will have an immensely well-established SEO. So it's like you are tuning into that SEO for your event. So that makes the initial step of establishing SEO really easy for you. So if possible, try and talk to university authorities and see if you can get the hackathon website hosted on the university domain. That's the first thing. Second thing, if let's say the university does not agree to it, or let's say you are not a university-based hackathon, or you are a community-based hackathon, which are a group of people coming together because of the passion and doing a hackathon together, we have got some ways for that as well, which is, let's say some folks from different universities coming together. Maybe you can try convincing your university authorities to see if they have an events page or if they have an announcements page, add the hackathon website over there, because this is where the part comes of, do other people talk about you? The second point that I mentioned in the basic slide, which is a university page is a well reputed page on the internet. So if the university page is mentioning about your hackathon, it means the hackathon is credible. That's how the search engine understands it. So if possible, try and talk to the universities that are related to the hackathon and see if they can add it to the announcements page or the events page or anything that is relevant. Or let's say they have got a news and media body at the university, ask them if they can do it for you. So this is how you make sure that others are talking about you. What I mean by others are talking about you in the digital front is that other reputed websites are mentioning about your website on their website. The third is the continuation of that, reference the website from other reputed websites. So let's say you apply to be an MLH member event, and then the website gets added to the MLH member events page. So MLH.io is a reputed website, and if it gets added, it's a reputed website mentioning your hackathon event, which is adding credibility and increasing the reach of the website. What if you are not an MLH member event? What can you do? You can list at other websites. Some of them are like Notice Board, or if I can give you one another tip, is that you can host an MLH local host workshop, and you can mention about the hack in the hackathon, and you can add, and hence the localhost workshop gets added to the MLH website, which has got immensely good reach. So these are some tips and tricks to make sure that your event has the sufficiently good amount of reputed websites mentioning it. Other examples are, let's say you can ask Hack Club, which is a primarily school-based club. They also mention other hackathon websites on their hackathons page. So you can find such pages which mention hackathon listings and request them to add your hackathon to the website, and that actually adds a lot of value. And one of the most underappreciated aspect of using a .tech domain, which a lot of us use for our hackathon, is that there's a on the homepage of .tech domain, there is a list of the amazing hackathon websites that some of the folks have created using a .tech domain. So you can request even .tech to probably list your hackathon website on their homepage. So these are some of the ways in which you can have reputed websites mentioning and tagging your event website URL, and hence increasing the repute and the credibility of your hackathon. The other aspect is some non-tech initiatives, which definitely will add value and credibility to your hackathon website, but I would request you to prioritize this based on the available resources. So the amount of work that the team member has to do, because these are initiatives which require some amount of efforts. So prioritize them based on the amount of time and the resources that you have. So that's a recommendation. So the first one is something which has the most amount of added value and returns, but it comes at the cost of investment of, you need to invest some time and resources for that, which is self-hosted blog on your website for your hackathon. So let's say you have a hackathon, hackathon.com. So you can have a blog on blog.hackathon.com or hackathon.com/blog, in which you talk about how the organization aspect of things worked from your end. You can organizers can write stories about the hackathon. Participants can write stories about their experience. What it adds is that it adds content, valuable content about your event on the website. So once again, turning back, it all turns back to the one simple aspect, which is we want more valuable original content on the website. And the advantage of having a self-hosted blog is, let's say I write a blog on one of the MLH events that I attended. So I definitely will be sharing it, and that at the end of the day will reach my friend circles, which is like a wave, and if they like it, they will share it. So we want all of the traffic that is being generated for the website of your event to drive through the website directly, not through some other platform. So a blog is a really good platform, and you do not need to set up a lot amount of resources for that, because we have got starter templates, which I'll be sharing at the end, which you can seamlessly use. With just few hours of work, you can have your blog up and running. So the only amount of investment that would be required from your end, if you're planning to do a blog, is writing content. So be it from the organizers, be it from the participants, or be it from anyone. The second is host a game on the website. The advantage of hosting a game on the website is that you are generating enthusiasm for people to be on the website. We have got many games that you can host on the website. Be it the Chrome Dino game, there's an open source version of it, being the Snake game, be it tic-tac-toe, be it any multiplayer game. There are multiple open source versions of many games available that you can host on your website. The advantage is that it creates a competitive spirit. Hackers actually want to come and play the game. They want to see how well they score. And at the end of the day, all of that is going to add value, because people are coming to a website. If they like it, they'll share it, and if they share it, some other folks will come and join it. And at the end of the day, all of this, the main target of all of this is to get people to a website. And once people are there on a website, you want them to actually register for a hackathon. So the primary motive is to get people to the website and then make them register for the hackathon and then make them attend the amazing event. The third is leaderboard on the website, which is related to the previous point of hosting a game or any mini event that you have on the website. So a leaderboard is like, there will be a competitive spirit, so people can be like excited about the hackathon mini event, and that is how you can make sure that people visit the hackathon's website to get some valuable information. The fourth is chat support, which is something that we implemented for all of the events that we have been doing recently, which is you can use Facebook's Messengers SDK, or you can probably use a platform like the one that we used is HubSpot, or any platform that supports a chat support. So people visiting the website can chat with the organizers on the back end. So you can create it on your own if you want to. If you've got an amazing tech team, feel free to do it, or you can use a third-party vendor like HubSpot or anything. So I can chat from the website and someone from the backend can directly reply back to me. So this is something which is really accessible, because it's possible that someone wants to know about the hackathon, and let's say you are active on Instagram, but the person who is wanting to chat with you is not active on Instagram. So a website is always accessible for everyone. So having chat support on the website makes communicating with the organizing team really simple. And the fifth one is live stream on the website. So if you're doing a live stream for a hackathon, be it for a guest talk, be it for opening ceremony, closing ceremony, I would personally highly recommend that you host the live stream. If it's on Twitch or anywhere else, have it embedded on the website and have people watch it from the website. The advantage of doing it from the website is that you can tweak it, you can add some additional garner to it, you can add probably some funky elements to it, and that at the end of the day make sure that all the folks and everyone who want anything related to a hackathon always get it through the website. We want the website to be the single point of entry for everyone who wants to know about your hackathon. So and also there's an additional advantage of doing a live stream is that, let's say you are using any platform for quiz like Slido or anything along those lines, you can actually have the stream, the chat, and Slido, all of it embedded together in the same website itself. So people will not have to switch context, going to separate links for doing separate events. So that is the advantage of doing live stream on the website. The other advantage of doing live stream on the website is that you can add a game element to the live stream, which is like, let's say you want to give points to people who attend the session. So if it's happening on the website, you can automate it because you own the website, you know who all attended the event. So instead of making people fill up a form if they attended an event, you can directly have it hosted online. You can probably have a service, which I'll be showing at the end, which keeps track of who all joined the event for, let's say, more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you give them a badge, you give them a point, you add them to the leaderboard. So having live stream the website greatly helps you. The most important aspect is that once you have the website ready, it's really important to deploy it to the domain. So the first thing is that buy a domain or get a domain from the GitHub starter pack, which has now been partnering with MLH to give the GitHub stream pack as well. So do check that out. As student organizers, you can definitely check that out, or reach out to website domain providers like .tech, .xyz, which provides hackathons, which website. So do reach out to them. My recommendation about the hackathon domain is that buy a domain or get a domain, whichever suits for you, and stay with it. Do not change it. So let's say I bought a website for hackinator.tech. So I do not want to change it down the line. Make sure you stick with it throughout, because it takes time for the website's credibility to increase. And once it has increased, you do not want to reset it back to zero by creating a new website or new domain. You can change the design of it, but keep the domain same, which is, let's say, like hackathon.com or something along those lines. The one thing that is something which a lot of people probably miss in the initial days while getting a free domain is that do check what the renewal fees is, because for some of the free domains that you get, the renewal fees is a bit high. So keep in mind that you are getting the domain for a long term. So think and plan accordingly. And I would highly recommend getting a reputed domain like a .tech domain or a .com domain over some of the domains which are not very well known, which are still in the phase of getting publicity. So a .tech domain or a .com domain is my personal recommendation, but you can do your research and do what suits best for you. The second is request SEO index after launch. What I mean by that is, in the initial point that I mentioned, you might have noticed that I mentioned about Google Search Console, wherein you can get details about how the traffic is coming to your website. So once you have updated the content on the website, you need to let the search engine know that the content has updated, that the website is ready, we have made an awesome website. Even if you don't tell, the search engine's indexes at a regular interval of time, but you want to prioritize it. So I would recommend you on the Search Engine Console to request an SEO index. Google has got a Search Engine Console, Microsoft has got a Search Engine Console, which is for Bing. So depending on the area that you are in, whichever search engine provider is more famous, which is Google in almost all cases, but all search engines have got the Search Console. You can add a domain to it and request an SEO index. This makes sure that the content that you have latest on the website gets to be known by the search engine that we have, because people usually search through the search engine rather than directly visiting the website. The third, as I initially mentioned, and I'm repeating it over and over again, is mobile first design. There have been speculations that mobile first designs are preferred by search engines, by few search engines in some cases, which is why it's highly recommended that you make a mobile first design, because it's benefit the search engine, it benefits the audience as well, because a lot of folks will be accessing through the mobile devices. The fourth and the most important is content and speed above animations and tricks. It's really important that people who click on the website URL, they are able to see a content as soon as possible and not wait for, let's say, like 15 seconds, 20 seconds to actually see some content. So in all cases, I would highly be recommending you to prioritize content and speed for the website load over everything else, be it animations, be it additional features, because good content and it loading quickly is the most important thing, because we are living in a fast-paced world. Let's be truthful about it. And let's say even if let's say example of this, you are attending my workshop and let's say Twitch takes 1 minute to load, you probably will end up not watching the workshop. So being able to load content really quick is important. So you would understand it. Summarizing before I conclude is that content is what is the most important thing. We want people to know you through the content that you have on the website or website related content. And I recommend you to have original content, because if you are copying content from somewhere else, it's highly possible that the search engine detects it. And once it detects it, they would know that, yeah, it's not original content. So let's say that I publish a blog which I copied from somewhere else. So given that mine is not original, there is no way that the search engine would prefer my content, because they would be preferring the original content. Why should they prefer my duplicate content? So always try to have original content on the website. These are some resources which I would like to show you by opening them, which would make them really easy. Before I conclude, I want to give one bonus tip, which I would directly tell you regarding the point that I mentioned over here, which is reference the websites from other reputed websites. So isn't it awesome if you could have a Wikipedia page for your hackathon or any event that you're doing? But since we're talking about hackathons, let's talk hackathons. Having a Wikipedia page is really awesome, but getting a Wikipedia page up and running is not so easy, because we have got guidelines which you need to follow to have a Wikipedia page. So what could you do if you want to have a website mentioned on Wikipedia, but having a full-fledged page at this point probably is difficult? Tip number one, if you are a university-based hackathon, there will be an event section on the university's Wikipedia page. So try to add your hackathon to the university's Wikipedia page. If it's not a university-based hackathon, if it's a community-based, see if the community has got a Wikipedia page. If it does not, see if, let's say I'm doing a hackathon in my university's home state, which is Odisha. So does Odisha have a Wikipedia page? Can I add my event to that in that section of the Odisha's Wikipedia page? So having a Wikipedia page mentioned goes a long way in establishing good SEO, because Wikipedia has been in the internet for a very long time. It's a very reputed internet page, and if you could have it mentioned on Wikipedia, it adds value. Having a full-fledged Wikipedia page takes time, it takes investment. So it is something which you should consider before actually starting to develop your own Wikipedia page. So coming back to the resources, so the blog template that I initially mentioned. So I'll stop my slide share and directly open you. So if I open this, yeah, this is a template that is provided by Egghead.io, which is a free template that you can clone and use so to set up your hackathon website's blog. You can change a few content, clone it. So this is how it looks like, which is like really simple. You can change the colors, add your branding, provided free of cost, no need to set up. So what you get out of the box in this template is an entire blog page with a list of articles and this. One of the hackathons, which was an earlier MLH member event hackathon as well, is Hackwords, which has done an amazing job by setting up its blog. So I'll quickly show you the blog so that you get to know that having a blog actually makes sense and you can know what exactly is what you should follow on how to get content. You can have organizers write content, or you could have participants write content, or you could have sponsors write content, or you could have anyone write content if they want to. So this is a blog. So you see that some of the articles are written by participants, some of the articles are written by organizers. The initial point that I mentioned, that having the university website subdomain for your hackathon website, is something that Hackwords had done. So they had nitk.ac.in as the university, and this is a subdomain based on that. So it adds a lot of value to make sure that you have got a really good SEO. Coming back to the other point that I mentioned, which is website with structured data. So this is a website that we had worked on initially for an event last year. This is a website in which we had implemented the structured data thing that we initially mentioned. So if I'll quickly show you so that you understand the importance of it. So the search result will be different for different folks. I learned this after my hackathon, hence could not implement for the hackathon, hence did it for a separate event. So we had t-shirts for our event and we got it over here using structured data. So there are other things as well that you can do that I initially mentioned about what the date is and all those things using structured data. So this is website's code base, open sourced, in which we had implemented structured data components, which you can refer if you want to. This website is built in JavaScript and React. Building a website template completely up from scratch is really at some point difficult. Hence, you could use existing free templates, open sourced available. One of the amazing templates that we used for our hackathon event has been from Hack Club. So this is the URL which has the code and how we changed it. So if you want, you can check this out. I would be sharing the entire slides on the chat on Discord after the event so that you all can benefit from it. This is the hackathon's website of the present hackathon that the university at my university is hosting. The website is completely open source. If you want, you can check it out. It's completely built in-house from scratch by the amazing team. So you can check it out. I was speaking about having live stream host on the website. Let me quickly show you what it would look like and the advantage of it. This is what we had built for an event. It was not for hackathon, but we had done it for Hacktoberfest. But you can do it for a hackathon as well, which we might do for this hackathon. So this over here is a Twitch embed. Takes a little amount of time to load. This over here is a Twitch embed. On the right side, you have a Slido quiz and chat platform. So you can have the entire live stream happening on your website. So people can ask questions, there can be polls, you can have games, you can have anything that you actually want. So this is highly recommended. The code for this is there on this sample live stream setup so that you can get an idea of how that is set up. It's fairly simple. It's not difficult. At any point you feel complicated or it bugs you, feel free to reach out to me or anyone on the GitHub repository. We would be more than happy to help you out. So adding value, give me 1 second, I was opening this. Yeah, so the way that we had implemented this is that people could log in. You can set up your own login using Google sign in or anything. And if someone stays on this website for, let's say, more than 15 minutes is what we had set up, they would be getting a badge. And then we had a leaderboard. And we did not develop the leaderboard thing. There was a complete full-fledged badges service that we found from an earlier event that I organized, which all you need to do is set up login and implement that service, and it would keep take care of giving badges to the people when time gets finished and all those things. So that is something that we found really helpful for adding to the website, because people could come to the website, watch events, we had to do nothing, the service would handle it for us, and people would be getting badges, leaderboard would be getting updated, and hence it added a sense of excitement and enthusiasm for the website. The service that we used is the badges service developed by a friend of mine at a former event. It's built in Python, but you don't need to know Python to deploy this, because I didn't know Python and I was able to deploy it for a event. Complete set of instructions are there. So that is an amazing service that you should check out. And that's pretty much about the content that I had to cover from my end. If you folks have got any questions, feel free to ask. If you have got more exciting resources, more exciting ideas, feel free to put in the chat, and it would be amazing to know more things. And that's all from my side. Looking forward to hearing from you. And if you have got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I usually have this username on almost all social media platforms. And if you do not find me there, then ask me to join. I would join that platform. And yeah. Hi, Emily.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. Awesome.
That was an amazing workshop. I'm like, wow, all these organizers just got to like be a part of that, and that is really cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit while we have everyone from the other sessions come back here, and then we're gonna talk about the next session. But before then, let's do some rapid fire questions for Abel.
Yeah, sure.
Abel, what is your favorite color?
Yellow. I'm in team yellow. The slide is team
Oh,
yellow.
are you team yellow?
Yeah.
I'm also team yellow. Go team yellow.
Yeah. We have got Swift with us.
We do. We've got a strong lineup. We got a strong lineup. I'm very excited. I'm curious. So, how long have you been an organizer? Like, tell me about
Yeah, so I studied at my university in a 5-year program. I just graduated in June. So I would say I've been in the, yeah, thank you. So I have been organizing events, not specific to hackathons, for almost my entire university life, which is almost 5 years. As for hackathons, I think I have been an organizer for around 3 or 4 years, because in the past 3 years, we have done 4 hackathons. So that's what it has been.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So what made you want to become an organizer?
Okay, that's an interesting story. So my journey as a hackathon, my journey into the hackathon community itself began as an organizer. So I wanted to attend the hackathon, but I could not attend it. It was in Bangalore. I am from state of Odisha. It would take us almost a week's absence from university to actually go and come back. And hence we could not attend it. And that's when few friends and I decided that what if instead of the people and folks over here going to other events, why can't we just host the hackathon in-house for our people and in and around? And that's how my journey of being a hackathon community member started. It began as an organizer and then transitioned to me participating in hackathon. So that's how the journey started for me.
That's really cool. I similarly just like surpassed hacker and went right to organizer. Actually, I went to my first hackathon as a sponsor.
Wow.
Although I did go to an ed tech hackathon, and it was more of like a think tank, like ideation kind of like pitch thing. Like you didn't really need an MVP. And that was kind of cool. And I was like, oh, okay, I see why people go to these. Like these are fun. And
hackathons are always fun.
If you had told me that like in like 3-4 years, like I would have been working full time like at a hackathon organization, I would have been like, okay,
not possible.
Like you're funny, cool. But no, it's a blast and I love it. But okay, so I'm curious, like, what is the biggest piece of advice you would have for someone who wants to organize an event, but is like, okay, how do I do that?
If you want me to speak specific to the workshop that I would give, the one recommendation I would always give is that get the domain as early as possible.
Get the
Even
domain. Get that
as early
domain.
as possible.
No, it's so true. My brother bought my name as a domain for me as a Hanukkah gift when I was probably 14.
Wow.
And I was like, what am I going to do with this? What kind of present is this? Honestly, one of the best gifts I've ever gotten is that, I mean, he also like still pays for my domain, which is it's like
Awesome.
$6 a year. And I'm like, okay, I could definitely pay for that. But the fact that I don't have to like do anything and it just auto renews, I'm like, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it.
And if you want to give a gentle advice, what I would give is that do not doubt yourself, because at the end of the day, we all are sure that you can pull off a hackathon. So if at any point you feel that you are alone, you are not alone, because you can always reach out to other organizers who are always there to help you out. So we all began as novices, and here we are trying to improve other community members through the sessions. So I would always recommend and say that you can always start, and the best time to start is right now.
There is no better time to start than right now. Maybe not like, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like 2:30 in the morning. So I'm like, maybe right now is like not the right time to start it, but like right in the general now, in like not the immediate, but the now of now, I don't know. I'm a little loopy. But I want to make sure, I believe that people from other stages are trickling in. If you came from a different place, if you could actually like let me know where you were coming from, so I know which different stages have moved back over to Maine, that would be super helpful for me. So let me know in the chat if you have come over from a different stage, and then we will start moving into our next session. Kind of crazy. We're trucking
How has
along.
been your experience on the organizing side of the Hackcon?
It's been really fun. I've handled like all the email blasts. So if your inbox is full of like emails about Hackcon, I'm so sorry. No, it's been fun. I like these events because I feel like it's not like I don't know, like it's not me saying like, oh, like here's a hackathon and here's the theme and like playing into the theme. It's like just genuinely being like, hey, like we want to help you be the best organizer you can be, and it's not even like we're the ones that are like, here's the knowledge. Like it's like peer led. So I think it's just like really cool to kind of like, market an event that like to its core is like organizer run, organizer filled. And that's really cool.
Awesome.
Other than that,
I
I've
do
had
get
like
all
a
the
ton of
emails.
awake chocolate, and I'm like very wide awake right now. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, I am like I'm probably gonna go to like my shift ends in like the next 30 minutes, but I'm like, how am I gonna go to bed? Like, should I just stay up and watch Will MC? Like maybe.
Yeah.
But with that note, I think that I'm going to bid you adieu. And we are going to move into our next session shortly. But I'm going to give everyone a quick little recess. So we're going to say goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. So everybody, we are going to be kicking off our next block. Bid you adieu means we are going to, say ta-ta for now, goodbye for a little while. It's bid you adieu, which is French, and I was also, in addition to my acting credits, I also was a French minor, so I hope you learn that. But there are 15 minutes until we move into our next segment, where we'll be doing some discussions with some pretty awesome organizers. So the plan is that we're all going to take a moment or 2 or 5. We're going to get water. We're going to get a snack. We're going to go to the bathroom. We're going to take a walk around the block. You don't have to do all of these things simultaneously. But the plan is, I'm sorry, is my internet? Can y'all hear me okay? Can I get like a thumbs up or a react if like I'm doing okay or like I'm totally glitching out? Yes, I'm okay. Oh, I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. But yes, if you need a break, take a break. We're gonna jump back in like 10 minutes. Where we're gonna have 2 discussions running in Discord. We have hackathons for rookies run by the lovely Sasha Krakauer. And we also have the lovely Manya Agarwal, who's going to be doing what it means to be a woman or a non-binary member in the hacker community. So if you want, you can hang out here and I'll just be chilling. But if you need to do anything, now is your time. I will say, cheers. I'm gonna hydrate right now too. So cheers. Yes. Who else is hydrating right now? Drink some water. You gotta drink a lot of water, you know. Apparently, when I was like a backpacking leader, there were like a lot of like discussions over like what is the right amount of water to drink in a day. And I was told that like some people are like, oh, it depends on like your height and your weight and all these things. But some people were like a gallon, like entire gallon of water. And I was like, there's no way. But right now at 12:37 a.m., there has never been a better time to Google this. Is it true that humans, I'm like, I guess humans is the right word here, that humans should consume a gallon of water a day? All right. Says for most people, there's really no limit for daily water intake, and a gallon a day is not harmful. But there's a but. So like now I'm like, but for those who have congestive heart failure, okay. Well, maybe, yeah, okay. Let's go to the next source. I know that because I was a backpacking leader, I know that if there for like marathon runners, you can get hyponatremia, which is when you have a salt imbalance. So basically, like you have consumed too much water, so you've diluted the salt in your system. And they usually have to like drink Gatorade or something to like, you know, freshen up those electrolytes. Which is interesting to me. Gallon of milk a day. Oh, to gain weight. Also, I think I also have heard, I feel like I should do like a session of like things Emily has heard that she has never fact checked. Is it real? Is it not? Like, let's figure it out. I've also heard that humans were never meant to be able to digest dairy, which is why many people are lactose intolerant. I learned not that long ago that there are some people who can eat an entire pint of ice cream and their body's fine. And I was like, what? That's possible? Because not for me. No, ma'am. No, sir. No way. No how. And that was like really, it's not inspiring, but like eye-opening. I really like that 28 people right now are listening to me talk about my ability to digest dairy, and I really applaud your commitment to listening to me ramble. No, Ryan, I can't just eat a lot of ice cream. Honestly, if I get a milkshake, Like, I will drink the whole thing. I don't know how I'll feel afterwards, but like, I'll do it. Honestly, yeah, let me think of some other ones. Oh, I used to read a lot of Snapple facts. I used to live up the block from a pizza shop. But so I shouldn't talk about things that I've learned. All right, I'll tell you one more fact and then we'll go into discussion instructions. There was this thing that it was like a true or false app, and it would give you like fun facts and you had to guess. And one of them was like, oh, the nail of your middle finger is the fastest growing nail. And I was like, whoa. And then I got super like hyper aware of how fast my nails grew. I also was told that a Hershey chocolate bar has as much caffeine as a decaf cup of coffee. But I also don't know like whose coffee. Is it like a Dunkin' coffee? Is it like a Starbucks coffee? I really don't know. That was one that I remember. I remember that someone once said that like if you eat an M&M, to burn all the calories from that, you have to run the length of a football field like 3 times or something. But that also doesn't seem like fully accurate. And they also didn't tell me what kind of M&M. There are a lot of kinds of M&Ms now. And like a peanut M&M might have a lot more calories. And someone who's allergic to peanuts may not be able to run the length of a football field many times after eating it. So, oh no, these are Anuhia just entered the room. No, these are just facts that I've remembered this long in my life.
I'm trying to Google these facts while I show.
Perfect. What are some fun facts that you know? No. I don't know. Mary Siebert, who is running this awesome event, one of our showrunners, she told me the other day that Kansas is not flat, and I feel like that
Kansas is
okay.
not flat.
No, it isn't flat, but I thought it apparently we thought it was.
The fun one is you can bite your finger off like a carrot if you actually didn't have you can like genuinely bite your finger off like a carrot. Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
on that note, we are going to move into discussions of things that are not weird facts that Emily and Anuhia know. So I'm going to pull up our trusty little slide deck, and we're going to talk about discussions, how they work, and then we're going to launch into them. So let's get this started. Let's get this started. Yeah. We're going to do that. Let us get this running. Boom. Look at that. Killing it. All right. Ooh. Let's arrange this like a little bit better. I would love for this to be like a little... There we go. Killing it. All right. Here we go. Hackcon 9. It is 2:44. I'm going to read this as best I can. We're going to do discussions now. Historically, we've been told that participants love this part of Hackcon because it's a great opportunity to have deeper conversations, make meaningful connections, and talk about some really important topics, which I'm going to tell you what makes them great. I just told you what makes them great. I'm just acing this PowerPoint, and we're just making moves. Talked about connecting on a deeper level. You can ask questions. If you have like a question and you're like, oh, I really want to talk about this, but I don't want to pull everyone off topic, you can hop into another little section on Discord into the I believe it's called the unconference. The unconference discussions. And you can also make one-on-one connections, grow that network. You have a ton of resources here this weekend. Those resources are not only the knowledge of everyone here, but the people here too. So how do the Hackcon discussions work? You're going to head over to Discord, and you're going to join a voice channel from our discussion section, and you're going to meet a bunch of awesome other organizers. The first channel in each section is going to be led by the speakers, and then if you decide that you want to join another channel, you'll need to pick the facilitator. So that can be you, that can be another person that joins. I will allow you to talk amongst yourselves and figure that out. It's not a game of tag. You can't be like, you're the facilitator. Just like talk about it. So how to be a good facilitator? Great question. Ask open-ended questions. This makes it like way more just like open-ended, open to everybody. Don't like force anyone to speak. That's never fun for anybody, whether it's you as the facilitator or the person that you're trying to force into speaking. It's definitely great to ask someone to take notes. That way, when you leave the conversation, you're like, oh, I've actually like tangible stuff that I can take back with me after. And also, we're going to be posting the guides for the discussions in Hackcon announcements. So you can get those in, just a second. So on the flip side of that, how can you be a good participant? Another great question. Speak your mind. Your opinion is valued and valid here, and speak confidently. Like it's your opinion, and that is important to hear. This is a safe space, so feel free to ask questions. There are no dumb questions. We are here to support each other and help each other become better organizers. So we can't really do that unless you ask the questions that you want to know the answers to. And that also allows other people to help you, and that's helpful. It's important, you know. And also, if your idea is stated by someone else, you don't have to like state it again. Like you don't need to feel pressured to answer anything. So the next part is, what if you don't want to do any of the discussions? Well, you can hop over to the unconference discussions and have your own conversation. And with that being said, we're going to head on over to discussions now. Just like that. I don't know why I just liked that. And I said, yeah, I want that. Alrighty. Also, friends, I'm so sorry, but I believe this is where I bid you farewell. You are in good luck. Sorry, I'm reading this. I want to make sure that everyone is in good hands. Push talk option in the discussion channel. Just brief about the push to talk. So we're gonna put it in Discord announcements. And we will also be hanging out in the discussion section. So get ready. Awesome. Friends, head on over and I bid you good night. And I will see you all tomorrow.